put up something else. I was like, damn, Dev going hard today. You must have had a day off today, son. You
Man, bro, I've been at it all day, man. I told them in the group chat, I was like, I am really like on edge today.
You gotta appreciate the entertainment. It's like I'm about to log on and see what Dev's going about.
Yeah, man,
what Dev talking about today.
Yeah, Whitlock tried to have me blocked too. Twitter revoked that shit. Yeah, I'm still at it.
Damn.
He gonna block you again because they got me up off of his block list and he put my black ass right back on.
Right back on there, man. I'm gonna catch his slipping now. Catch his ass slipping.
I did call him a fat neck ass cone though, so probably why you got me back. But I didn't make this go live. Welcome to the According to Sources podcast. Today we got a bunch of people on the podcast. You know, we call this According to Sources. It's the people's podcast. We got a bunch of people on here, man. So we're gonna get it started. We got Chet, the gray area. Chet, say what's up to the people.
What's good? What's good? What's good?
We got Just from the Above the Rim podcast. Just say what's up to the people.
Yo, what's good?
We got Big Dave. We got Chris. Say what from the Bow podcast. Say what's up to the people. And we got regular. BTG is a regular right now, man. So I don't have to introduce BTG. BTG, say what's up to the people.
Yo, Lonzo got on some Adidas tonight, trolling the whole world.
I'm glad you brought that up. First topic off the rip. LeVar Ball is a genius, right?
Absolutely.
Genius.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna go to the West Coast first. Give me your opinion on what LeVar Ball is doing, BTG. What is his whole plan? Because he had the triple Bs. Now then he had the Kobe's. You got to throw the Mambas on. Now he got Adidas on. What is LeVar Ball doing out here, bro? Tell us. Give us some insight.
Hey, he's going against the grain. He's saying not only do I have my own shoe, I'm sponsored by my last name, and I still get to wear my favorite player's shoes. It don't get no better than that.
So who the hell are you wearing next? Where are you gonna have some British Knights?
Hey, but that's the perfect thing though, and that's the perfect thing though. Remember back in the day when Kobe was wearing all them different jerseys and things like that? Like, I mean, you can't knock it though. He's sponsored and still get to wear other shoes. Now, when Harden was walking around with them J's on, Adidas called him up like, "Yo, we didn't give you that bag to be walking around in them Jordans, bro."
Basically.
You know what I'm saying? Now Harden got to sneak to the Drew League and wear Jordans on the low. I see you though. I'm watching you, bro. I know those is not Adidas. Those are the sevens right there. I peeped the whole thing. I saw you walk in. So, you know, man. My boy had an argument saying, look, if they're paying you this much, I'm not wearing another shoe. But I don't agree with that. If it's the off season, I should be able to wear what I want to wear. Now, if I'm playing, then now I have to sponsor you. Now I have to put it out there in case, you know what I'm saying, what Adidas is paying me for and things like that. But if it's the off season, bro, I want to walk around in some Jordan flip flops. Why you hating?
Chet, you with that?
Hey man, it's called a contract.
I mean, I'm all the way with it. I mean, at the end of the day, what he's doing with these sneakers is he's drawing attention to them and showing these sneaker companies how much attention Lonzo Ball can bring to your brand by just wearing your brand. So there's nothing wrong with it. It's twofold. He's showing the freedom of the Big Baller brand and showing these other brands what he brings to the table by just garnering attention, traffic, clicks, however you want to call it. He's doing it.
So let me ask y'all a question. Let's just say LeVar signs some rookie, right? Is he gonna let that rookie wear some sevens? You're gonna let the rookie wear some Reeboks, or is it always Triple B? Is Lonzo the only person that gets that right to wear whatever shoes he wants to wear, as well as wearing the Triple B?
No, I don't think
No, not at all.
No,
not at all. You let everybody rock it. Let everybody rock it.
Yeah, LeVar don't seem like that type of person that's gonna be like, no, just my son is gonna eat. Like, I think he's gonna do it because the more people he has on his brand that's doing it, the more he gets to exploit what these other brands are doing to these athletes. Like, what they did to James Harden is wrong. Like, he can't, in regular public, he can't wear his own shoe. Like, whatever shoe that he wants to wear. And I can understand, like, on the court, because Adidas and Nike, they put money into that shoe to be specified to what he likes. There's different models that goes into it. Like, okay, do you like this? Is this more comfortable for you? Does this give you an explosion? But when he's off the court, he grown. He can do what he want to do.
Well, I mean, also
How much that contract though?
in the contract,
200 million.
33 million.
They gave him a bag.
Okay, he's wearing
Yeah.
my stuff all year round. I'm paying him $33 million, whatever it is.
I mean, if you sign a contract and they say you got to wear this and that, you got to wear it. It is what
Yeah.
Gotta wear it.
But hey, but we
Yeah.
all know he took that bag because I mean they offered him that money and probably Nike's didn't, so he just took it. What if he didn't even like Adidas?
Look,
Hey,
right, he told me a bag full of
Hey,
millions.
right now, if Fila offered me, 90 million, I'm taking that. I'm rocking Fila.
Fila offered me 50,000. I'm taking that.
You're not lying.
Okay, so what about this? So what about if And1 offered you 50K? You gonna rock some And1s?
Yeah, every day of my life.
Whoever pays me.
Some Starberries?
And one off me a Honda Civic. I'll take that shit.
Yeah, I had some of them back in the day, bro. They reliable.
What, some Starberries?
Oh yes.
Fifth grade, bro. It was reliable. It was
All
free.
day long.
Yeah.
All day long.
Hey, but like,
Absolutely.
Chris, you young as hell. Back in the day for you was like 2007, bro.
Like, Starberry's one of the best
In
sellers.
2007, bro, I was 10, man.
Oh, shit. I be forgetting how young you are sometimes, man. You be making me feel old as hell. But okay, we on the LeVar Ball. We on LeVar Ball right now. Now
He's
the
a
first
genius.
game lines up. Yeah, he's a genius. But the first game LeVar played, he had a pretty high-profile hater.
Mhm.
Elena came out and said, "I hope his
Wank.
shoes." What'd you say?
I called her a wank. Shit, that's what I call him, a tagger. And after I'm done with this too.
Okay, by all means, get blocked by the third person. I'm with that. But she was with
Go for the goal, baby.
It seemed like came out and said she hoped his shoes blew out. Blah blah blah. Something about Nike. Now,
Right.
if she were not a white woman,
Mm.
would that have
I
been
don't know.
as cool? No, we gonna. I mean, look, we talked.
No, I'm gonna say this. No, I'm gonna say that if she was a black woman playing in the WNBA, it wouldn't even been news. It would have to be Candace Parker or Brittany Griner or somebody for it to even be news.
Right. That's
So,
fact.
True.
for the fact that it's Deladon, even though she is MVP, and is a star in that league, but just the fact that it's that white woman saying something about him, she's gonna get press, and then she's gonna get protection because you saw the protection she got after that happened. You saw everybody coming to her eating. Leave her
There was
alone.
capes everywhere. Capes coming.
Man, I hate that.
Come on out of the rain, baby. Get under this umbrella. Get up under this cape. You know what I'm saying? And cover yourself. It
I
was,
think
it was bull, man.
My bigger problem with it is that she tried to act like, it was something about sexism, like, oh, I'm a woman, stay in my lane.
Exactly.
I don't like that. Like, that
At
was
all.
my bigger issue with it.
Yeah.
Okay, you said something stupid. The bigger thing would have been to just say, okay, I messed up. But she tried to, envelop herself in feminism. And I thought that was bullshit. Jess, what you think about that?
Say that one more time.
She tried to wrap herself in white feminism. Like,
Yes, she did.
I'm being, people are coming for me because I'm a woman, but it's not you. Like, people aren't coming for you because you're a woman. People coming for you because you said some stupid shit, and you own up to it.
Definitely, without a doubt, and that's because that's an easy play. I mean, that's an easy play, and it's easy to victimize yourself. You will always come out the winner in that situation 9 times out of 10, probably 10.
10
But-
times out of 10.
Exactly. So, and it's easy to demonize a black man. I mean, it doesn't require much work. Let's be honest here. So, it was an easy play, and it just shows that some people's mentality in this day and age isn't where it needs to be. So, I think the real problem with LeVar, I think he's basically reversed the theory. Like, I was thinking about it. You know how it's always supply and demand. And I don't know if you fellas watch Power, but remember when Dre said in the episode to Karen Bassett, he was like, "Nah, it's demand and supply." It's what LeVar doing right now. He's creating the demand for his shoe, his big baller brand, and now everyone else has to supply him. So there's gonna be a bidder. He's eventually, I feel like, gonna sell the BBB, the triple Bs to somebody, but rack in $1 billion deal as he wanted to originally. And I think he's gonna eventually get that because now he's creating the demand by now holding it back, and him having his little prototype shoe it might not even go into full creation for it might be creation for about a year for all of that until it gets picked up.
Has anybody received a shoe yet?
No, not yet. Not until November.
I think they backed up until November.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Those are prototypes. Those are prototypes he's playing in there. So he creating that demand for the shoe. Now it's hot because you see Lonzo already putting up numbers. Now,
this is the cold part about it is when they finally hit the street, it's something like you're looking at. No matter if you don't like the style or anything, you go step up in the venue, you go to the Drew League or you go to Venice Beach or something like hell, you even go to the club, they're gonna be like, yo, he got the Lonzos on.
I mean, you go to the club in his O2s though?
That's a luxury shit. Wherever you go, especially if you
Bella, they ain't letting you in with those O2s, man. They ain't letting you in.
You pay $500 for them shoes. You let me in the club, bro.
Hey, more than Gucci.
I'm
Cali club's laid back, man.
I'm getting in that goddamn club. I'm getting up in there with them shoes. Like, bro, I spent $600. I got the autograph, dog.
Right. Because you got to know that. Because everybody knows already how much those shoes cost. Everybody knows what they are, man. And I think him being in LA is even more perfect. Because let him be as good as I think he's going to be. You think everybody on that front row who can afford those shoes, they gonna have those shoes, man. It's gonna become a thing, man. Like you're gonna have being that quote unquote in crowd thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the shoe is the icon.
You have no idea. You have no idea how much like the city is behind Lonzo. Half of the cats that don't even watch basketball like that is behind him because of his daddy.
Yep. That's true.
So that's the next thing, though. That's the next big thing. Like Lonzo came into this summer league with a lot of pressure on him, and you could tell that he had a lot of pressure on him from that first game. Didn't really play really well. He looked a little bit out of sorts. Game two,
and in comparison to his counterparts who got drafted in the first round.
They were playing well. Those guys were playing well. Second game, he started filling himself out. He found a little groove. I know people kind of shit on the fact that he got the 2 layups at the end of the game to get his triple-double, but that's okay. It count. But look, he still had double-digit assists and double-digit rebounds. It's not like he was out there not doing anything. So for people that shitting on that, calm down. But then in the third game, he went completely the hell off. What do you have? 36 points. 11 assists, 8 rebounds. Like, dude is filling up the stat sheet.
Well, I'm not giving that to his talent. That's because he played in the Kobe's. That's for Dev.
Okay.
Hey, he wouldn't have had those 11 assists. I can't get that to the Kobe's.
He would have had 30 assists. He
would have had 11 assists. Not them Kobe's.
He had 6 turnovers though.
Okay, that evens it out.
That's a LeBron. That's a LeBron stat too. Shit.
Truthfully, 8 turnovers.
Hey, but I gotta mention this though. The first time in history it was sold out. It was crazy in there when they introduced Boston and the Lakers.
Oh, you talking about the summer? Yeah. That was
this is a summer league game. These are cats who play overseas, got drafted, second year player, bro, is sold out. Like Cass was literally mad dogging me because I kept getting up. I was trying to get my son an autograph from Marcus Page, so he was in line. Cass kept looking at me like, "Bro, your seat is wide open. Can I get that?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm gonna get this autograph for my son, and we coming back."
Right.
It's a summer league game, though, fellas. 97% of these people on the court we don't know.
It ain't going to.
Honestly,
exactly.
I came because I wanted to see Lonzo play and I wanted to see Ben Simmons play.
Right.
When I found out Ben wasn't playing, half of my heart was like, it was gone. I'm like, I've been waiting to see you play for 7 years, bro. And you decide you're not playing?
Okay, fellas, let me ask you this. Do you think, realistically, that Lonzo could get the Lakers to the playoffs this year? AC. Is there any way?
I don't see it happening.
At first I did. I honestly did before he even got drafted, because obviously we were all under the assumption he was going to get drafted by the Lakers. It was like inevitable.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But when Minnesota made that move, I was like, oh my God, that's another team he has to deal with.
Yeah.
Another team.
All right. So let me throw this out.
Deal with.
Let me throw this out. The Lakers right now, are they better than the Nuggets or the Pelicans?
No.
No.
better
No.
than
Y'all
Nah.
crazy. Y'all so
Nah.
crazy. They definitely better than the Pelicans. I don't believe in them.
Come on,
I
man.
don't
You
think.
can't-
I
Nah.
damn
Hey,
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 on the
hey,
Pelicans. Think
I
about
ain't-
it. Those
they
Pelicans
better-
are
they
shaky.
better than- They
Listen,
better than
those
the Pelicans
Pelicans are
without one of the
shaky.
bigs being there.
Nah, man, those bigs don't match together. I thought I gave
Hey,
them a chance. Their
stunting them
first
niggas,
couple
man.
games, they do not match. I don't like how the two games mesh. The way
Y'all really falling for the fake Twin Towers like that? I can't believe
I'm
y'all.
just going off of the fact they only played together for like what 23 games.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Right.
And they don't have the best head coach.
The
Yeah.
Pelicans, how many wins you think the Pelicans are good for with those two bigs?
I don't think
40.
they're going to the playoffs.
40.
I don't
I
think
definitely
I
don't
don't
think
think
they're
they
gonna
go to the playoffs. I don't think that.
Okay.
So then, who's your AC then? That would be most likely your AC. Who's your AC?
Minnesota.
Wait, we got to run.
Minnesota.
We got to run down the whole.
Minnesota. Minnesota
That's what
gonna
I'm
be hot
saying.
seed, man. No,
Man,
Minnesota
I
gonna
don't
be a
think they're
much
gonna
higher
be.
seed.
Who's your top four? Is Golden State is going to be
Right. Houston.
San
Golden
Houston,
State, Houston, San Antonio, OKC.
OKC.
That's the top four.
You know, I might take
wait,
Memphis over
okay,
OKC.
I guess you
wait,
could take
what about
Portland.
I mean,
Portland?
not Memphis. I'm sorry,
Who?
Minnesota. Excuse me.
Portland.
What
I might
about
take
who?
Minnesota
Portland.
over OKC.
What about who?
Portland.
No, I was going to say you can't forget Portland.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't forget.
Yeah,
Portland-
Portland's probably my seventh seed. Portland's probably my seventh seed. I actually got the Clippers still making it. Probably.
How you got
Yeah,
the
shit, bro.
Blazers at the 7th seed, but they didn't have any additions in the offseason, though? How they
Wait,
gonna
who?
jump that one peg?
Who? Wait, who?
James.
Who you talking
The
about?
Blazers were the 8th seed this year, this past offseason. They didn't get anybody in the offseason, so how you gonna put them at 7?
Take it to account, Chris.
Wait,
Buddy
how am I gonna put who at 7? The Blazers?
I'm on
Yeah.
a podcast on my phone.
I think the Blazers are good enough to get the 7th seed with a full year with Jokic.
What's that guy? Jokic. That's who it is. He was
Jokic,
injured.
yeah, a full year exactly. He was injured last year in the playoffs, so with a full year with him, I think they'll be a lot better this year. I think they can get that 6th seed. I think the Nuggets are iffy. The Nuggets and Clippers about that 7th seed, and that 8th seed is up for grabs. I don't believe in the Pelicans.
I mean, are we really putting the Nuggets in the playoffs right now, though?
Not
I'm not
I don't know.
putting
I'm not putting
Nah, I'm
it
not doing it.
over the Lakers. I tell you
Yeah,
that. Y'all sleeping on my boy Julius Randle. He got game.
I like Julius Randle.
The
I
Lakers,
like big
the
dudes
Lakers,
that can handle
listen,
Listen,
the
boy,
Lakers are
get the
just as good as
P90X.
the Nuggets. The Lakers are just as good as the Nuggets, in my
Boy got
opinion.
Think
game.
about
What? No, I can't say
Um,
that.
the thing about Julius Randle is, I mean, yeah, he got game off. He got game on the court a little bit. He ain't got no game off the court. You seen his girl?
Man, that's
She looked like Miss Piggy.
Oh
bro.
yeah,
She look
Chris,
like
I'm here for that. I'm here for that.
Chris says completely uncalled for.
Hey, love is blind. Love is blind.
That's right.
Love is blind.
That's right.
Yeah,
Come in.
Williams.
but also, fellas, on the real, y'all did see who Fizdale, the picture that I sent y'all.
Oh,
today,
ain't she
that
bad?
Man, she bad.
Man. She
Yo,
Man, look, I told you, like I said, bro, he ain't getting her in no Memphis. He got
Hey.
that in Miami.
Hey, look,
Ain't
look,
no way.
look.
I've been to
I'ma
Memphis,
tell-
dog. Ain't no
Damn,
way.
now
He
you
got
shitting
that
all
in
over Memphis? God.
yo.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying he ain't get that there. Memphis is a nice place. It's real cool, but I guarantee he ain't get that nowhere in Memphis, bro.
Did you
That is
sound like
straight.
Donald Trump?
Memphis.
Hey,
He sound like
we
Charles
got-
Barkley.
where is she from?
First of all,
He gotta be.
I don't know.
She look like she from Miami. She looks like she from Miami.
Big
Oh,
say all
yeah.
the women, all the women.
Because if she was one of them foreign girls, then he probably got her before she started talking English. But no.
all she knew was NBA. NBA.
Hey, I'm gonna
Like
tell y'all a trick. I'm gonna tell y'all a married trick. So, you know, when I come across one of those type of women, I follow them, and if a picture pop up on Instagram or something like that, I'm like, no, she's married to the coach that I follow as well, because she's an assistant coach.
Really?
She's an assistant coach of the family. So yeah, you gotta let me roll with that wife.
Yeah, Baylor will be
This is about
divorced
sports.
pretty soon.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh man.
so we've been
Hold on,
talking
hold on, hold on. Side note, side note, side
Go
note.
ahead.
I'm watching the Lakers game, man. I can't tell you how many times they put this camera on lines on shoes, man.
Right?
Wow.
Like what the time?
Man, LeVar Ball got
This is
pictures of
crazy.
somebody at ESPN, man. It's way too much coverage for. It's way too much coverage. He got pictures of somebody in a
No,
compromised
this
situation.
is ESPN, by the
ESPN,
way.
Disney, somebody, because
And
all
plus-
they do is talk about this dude.
And
It's
it's even better
ESPN.
now because he has right. Go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, it's ESPN and plus the summer league. Like, there's nothing to talk about.
It's the
So, you
summer
know.
league, fellas. Like
Exactly.
we could play
That's an
on we
upside
could play
to
on the
that.
team. If we knew the head coaches for one of these teams, we can play.
I can still shoot.
I'm telling you right now, I'm driving the lane. I'm going to the free throw line, baby.
And
Would you
please,
believe it?
please let me know. And when we talk about the Philly game, I'm telling you the funniest thing when we get to Philly, Jesus Christ.
What you talking about? What you talking about, Baylor? Go ahead right now.
The Philly game was right after the Lakers game. The Laker and Boston game was sold out. I kid you not. As soon as Philly was announced, 90% of the gym was gone.
Well, it's Philadelphia.
Only the friends and family was there. Shit.
hey, but the cool part about it though, like everybody was like, we was hype. I was like, man, I want to see Fultz. I was in my hotel room watching Fultz before he got hurt, and I looked at the crowd and I'm like, yo, it's sideline seats, it's courtside seats. I'm like, yo, this is bad. But it was also the matchup though. Nobody came to see Golden State.
Right.
No, but the young boy has been playing well though. McCraw, that dude been balling out, man. I can't wait to see what he be like next year. I don't understand how they just keep getting all this goddamn talent. I'm sick of the boy.
He hit like 3 threes in the finals.
Yeah, he played well. He played well. He played
Yeah,
well.
Kyrie was dogging his ass though.
Yeah, he can't keep up with Kyrie with nobody. All right, we've been talking about these Western Conference, the rankings. So CP3 goes to Houston. We've been talking about this a lot on the thread.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
What is going to be the effect of CP3 going to Houston? Like negative, positive? Is it a lateral move? How's it going to affect?
I just keep hearing in my head. I just keep hearing in my head. Loser.
Damn,
That's all I hear.
Oh yeah.
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 It won't come out of my head, man.
Yikes.
Loser.
I did say that about him. But I mean, that was in the context of another conversation.
Very true.
Don't
It
sound
wasn't just
good.
me. Well, we were. I can't remember what we were talking about. Statistics and people being so overhyped about statistics. Like this dude is putting up all these numbers. And I'm like, yeah,
Right.
he's putting up all these numbers, but he's fucking losing. Like, does it really
Right.
matter if you're putting up all these numbers and all you're doing is losing? Because we deify Chris Paul as the point guard for putting up all these numbers, right? But then, like, Carmelo puts up numbers and loses, and we call him a loser. Like, they're both fucking losers. Then that's the point, because neither one of them are really winning. That was the context within me calling Chris Paul a loser. I don't want just to come from my head, man.
Yeah. Notice I'm being real quiet right now.
I don't want to come from my head, so I'm like, I have to explain myself. But
I'm
so if they
loading the
got,
bullets.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I think look,
Don't
they're
load.
not going to be Golden State.
No,
They're not going to be Golden State.
Niggas ain't gonna
They're
bust
going to be better. I think they're going to be much funner to watch on TV, which is a plus for me because I like NBA basketball.
Right.
And that's about it. You know, CP3 should have went to San Antonio. I don't know why he didn't go to San Antonio, but yeah, they're not going to win.
Team. They wouldn't have a team around him in San Antonio. That would have been going to San Antonio would have been a lateral move. To be honest, that would have been a lateral move. There's no lateral.
Playing with another MVP candidate and Kawhi Leonard.
No, I mean you got an MVP candidate in James Harden. I mean playing with Kawhi is better than James Harden. Don't get me wrong. But aside from Kawhi, the coach as well. That's another big plus. But like I told y'all
Defense.
before, Popovich is not on the court. The Spurs can be beat. The Spurs have been beat in the playoffs many times, and they've won many times. But the Spurs can be vulnerable based on matchups.
So that's Houston has lost in the playoffs. So I don't know.
Yeah, Houston had too, but I'm talking about the Spurs. You saying why didn't he go to the Spurs?
Yeah.
I'm saying why it's basically a lateral move going to the Spurs or the Rockets. They both are still going to be second to the Warriors.
I don't know. I will give San Antonio a notch up just based on the fact that they won championships in the past.
Yeah,
and they have a better head coach and they have to line.
You giving those lifetime achievement awards. You giving away those lifetime.
They're probably not going to be Golden State.
Don't give away those lifetime achievement awards.
I think y'all missing the main thing is that I think
Kawhi did win the championship. So
I don't think CP3 went to San Antonio because he knew for a fact that he's not going to hold a conversation with Kawhi Leonard longer than 5 minutes. That's the main thing. They're not going to be able to talk about anything.
And listen, let's be honest. I think the Rockets have a higher ceiling right now. They can really go two ways. They can really crash and burn and be a disaster, or they can be an unstoppable offensive force. The same way the Warriors came up at first. People can learn to play defense. Defense is all effort, my man.
What if they get Melo?
All effort.
What happens if they get Melo?
Oh, if they get Melo, which I think they will, it will be a problem, and that will take them over the top. I think they'll be neck and neck with Golden State, to be honest.
But they have two losers on the team. How are they neck and neck with the Warriors?
It's not about being a loser, though. It's not about being a loser.
I'm just talking shit. I was just talking shit.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I didn't pay no mind to that. You know, I threw that out the window. But you know,
you think they're going to be neck and neck with the Warriors? I don't think they can be.
If it depends who they give up for Melo. If they're only giving up Ryan Anderson, then that's fine. Remember, I said they have to keep PJ Tucker and they have to keep Trevor Ariza. Capella is a very underrated big. Listen, I'm telling you right now, CP3 will turn Capella into DeAndre Jordan light. He kind of already is DeAndre Jordan light. Honestly, he is already light. But he'll take him to another. Go ahead.
Slow down with that DeAndre Jordan light.
Wait, what you mean? Wait, Capella?
Slow down. He's ish.
I said light.
Ain't even light, bro. It ain't not.
What you mean? Capella averaged like 12 and 8 last year, something like that. Nah. You don't think with a better
Capella into DJ? Come on, man. That's
can we just shorten the whole thing and say I don't think there's any team in the West that's gonna win more than 2 games against Golden State?
I agree with that.
I agree.
I mean, 2 right? You mean in the playoffs or regular season?
No, in the playoffs. In the regular season, anything can happen. But I'm talking about in the playoffs.
The Lakers beat them last year in the regular season.
Right.
I mean,
I'm not throwing shade. I'm just saying.
But injuries do happen, fellas.
I was rooting for the Lakers.
That's the one thing I'm concerned about.
Yeah. That's the only thing that could
especially
stop
with Houston
getting injured.
Okay, especially I got a question then. If KD got injured, do anybody got fair game against Golden State?
Yep.
Yes.
Everybody got fair game.
Houston, San Antonio.
I still don't believe that. Like y'all been saying that the whole playoffs. Like if the Warriors didn't have KD, the Cavs would have beat them. Like I do not.
Devin, did you not see how bad they were in the regular season without him?
Yeah,
well, they got better.
They still had a 3-1 lead. They still had a 3-1 lead on Cleveland last year.
And won without Kevin Durant when he got hurt. So I could see where Devin's going with that. Like,
yeah, they did have a 3-1 lead, Devin, but they ended up fucking losing.
I only agree in the sentiment. Agree in the sentiment, like with Dre, what you said. Like Steph, as good as he is, he cannot create his own shot.
Not all the time.
Because
he's too small and he doesn't weigh enough, so people can. It weighs on him. He'll get tired.
We understand the fact that he played with one knee in finals last year. Y'all could say it's not, but it was what it was. He wasn't last year, so
he wasn't healthy.
And what the finals became. A large role. If you can't dribble around Tristan Thompson, you can't tell me Steph wasn't compromised.
No, he was definitely hurt. I think we all know he was hurt. But it wasn't just him being hurt. Iggy got hurt. Bogut got hurt. And I know people always talk crap about Bogut, but they didn't have an inside dude to stop people from going directly to the basket anymore.
Are you giving him a pass, though? Are you giving him a pass?
No,
oh, okay. No, I'm about to say everybody's hurt. I mean, no one's 100% in the postseason.
You know, you're not giving him a pass. Right?
Yeah, you know me. I don't give them any pass. They've won enough. Okay, they don't need any more love.
There's no such thing as winning enough.
I don't think you've seen enough yet because I think they got about 2 more championships in them before their run is over.
Yeah.
I mean, wait. When is Clay up? Does he have 1 year left or 2 years left?
Counting down a year.
After this year, I think next year he'll be a free agent.
Praying for injury. Praying.
If Kevin Durant gets injured. I mean,
Nah,
think
I'm
about
just
it
saying
though.
one of them is gonna. I really think Clay is gonna lead. To be quite honest with you, I really
He
do.
should leave.
He
I
should have
really
left.
do. I really think that
You hope.
he might go to. But listen, why wouldn't he go to LA? He would be lovely over there, would he not?
Because he wouldn't be
Look,
winning.
look. We'll
My
take
bad. My
him.
bad.
That would ball.
I mean, why wouldn't he though? It makes sense though for him to go to
Hey,
LA.
hey, really quick. Last year, DeAndre had 12 points a game, and your boy Capella had 12.6 points a game. So
Talk about it.
I
How
don't
many
want to.
rebounds? What's the rebounds?
Rebounds for Capella, his total rebounds was 8.1 a game, and DeAndre was, his usual
13,
monstrous
yeah,
stuff, 13-8, 14
That's
rebounds.
why I said light. Emphasis on light. Emphasis on light. But
Somebody
I mean,
said to me last night, though, they was like, could you imagine if DeAndre and Blake, both of them, had a post game?
oh
Because
man,
if you look at, like, what was it,
Dominant.
like 2 or 3 years ago when Blake, he wasn't, obviously, this. I tell you all day long, Blake ain't got no goddamn post game. He's sorry.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that all day. If he had somewhat, when he was attempting to, progress into a better player and try to get a post game, he finished, what, 3rd or 4th in the league in MVP voting? Like,
yeah, he finished third. He finished third 2
third.
years ago. Yep.
if he somehow manages to progress into that type of player, like I could definitely see the Clippers making a playoff.
Thank you.
He said, don't even call him LA.
Yeah.
I definitely think they're making the playoffs, man. Honestly, the Nuggets are not better than that Clippers team right now. The Nuggets are
Jordan
not better
Clarkson,
than them.
y'all sleeping though. Jordan Clarkson gonna win 6th man of the year. Y'all,
Who?
watch what I tell you. You heard what I said.
Oh, Jordan Clarkson. Oh. Nah, but I think the Lakers might get in though. I honestly think there's a realistic shot of the Lakers getting an 8th seed. I honestly think so.
It's going to take Brandon Ingram is going to have to be really good.
Yeah,
really
I'm
good.
worried about Brandon Ingram, to be honest with you. I want him to be able to score 20, but do you think he can score 20 in a season?
I don't think he can score 12.
Not at all.
I think
12?
he can, man.
Damn.
14.
Well,
Bro, dude is a toothpick playing the 4 position in the NBA. That does not float.
I mean, the 4 position in the NBA now is just small forwards. That's all it is.
Look at Kevin.
Yeah, but he doesn't handle the ball.
And
Though.
he's-
He doesn't
doesn't play the
No,
four.
if he averages 20, it's going to be because Alonzo Ball. That's going to show you how good he is.
Going to be in the offense with Lonzo. That's going to get him some cheap looks.
wait, but he doesn't play the 4 though. Why you kept saying the
Wait.
4?
Oh, who said
he play-
He's going to be playing. Go ahead.
Why would he play the 4?
He's going to play 4 in some small
He's
ball
6'10",
situations,
isn't he?
I think. But yeah, but it's going to be more small ball than anything else.
So
But
what do you
dude
got? Brooke? My bad.
Yeah.
Rick, go ahead.
Go ahead. You can roll it off.
You got Brooke Lopez at the 5.
Randall at the 4.
Does that mean that Julius isn't going to start then, or
He going to start at the 4.
Randall's the 4, Ingram's the 3.
The 3.
2 was
That's
King.
a big 3.
KCP is the 2. And Lonzo is the 1.
That's
Yeah.
decent. That's pretty decent.
And the bench.
That's
We got-
serviceable.
Yep, boy, Jordan
You got
Clarkson.
Vanderbilt, Jordan
Well,
Clarkson.
dang.
I don't know if
Well, dang, expiring contract.
Shout out to my real African. They waved my boy in Waba yesterday morning. He gonna bounce back like cook crack. Don't worry.
So we really on this thing about the Lakers making the playoffs?
I
But I'm
believe
not. I'm not sold on it.
I didn't agree.
Ask me at All-Star break.
Hold on, what
I think it's possible.
if Rondo goes to the Pelicans? Does that make a difference in you guys'
Hell
mind?
no. They gonna be just like the Kings.
Oh my God.
They are really trying to be the Kings the same way Houston is trying to be the New Orleans Hornets.
Listen, isn't their problem already shooting? Shooting is already their problem. He's gonna make it worse.
who's running the Pelicans? Who's in charge?
Well, they do like a point guard. Shooting like
Holiday?
Yeah, Holiday.
Yeah.
Injure Holiday.
I'd rather him be moved over to the shooting guard than be the point guard. He doesn't look to get anybody else really involved.
Oh, listen as well, fellas. Remember when I said Drew Holiday was getting 126 million? I was wrong. He's getting 150 million. He's getting 150. I meant to write that the other day to y'all. 150.
Are you
Has he
serious?
played?
Yes.
Has he played a full season in like 2 years? Like,
Who was arguing with me? Somebody was arguing with me that thought he was worth that kind of money when I said he's mediocre.
I don't think they were. I don't remember who it was, but I don't think they were arguing with you. I think they're basically saying is they're in a situation where you have to sign them because if you don't have the money to replace him with anybody. So what do? It's just
Don't
it's
pay
their
him.
money. But then, like, who do you replace him with?
You could have got maybe a Jeff Teague. That's a suitable replacement.
That's the thing. They didn't have the money to get a free agent. Like, they don't have money to get outside free agents. They only have money to pay their own.
So if they would have renounced him,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, renounced him. Go ahead, y'all. My fault.
I guess they could have renounced him, but I mean, I guess they really believe in him because when he was there, they were winning.
You know what I'm saying? Like 150 mil for Drew Holiday, bro. That's ridiculous on every level.
I don't disagree. But from their perspective, they're looking at it like this. Before Boogie got there, when Drew Holiday came back, they were winning. Then they went out there and got Boogie, and then they started losing. So maybe they're trying to see whatever that chemistry is going to be. Because what does Boogie have left on his contract? Like a year?
No, he's a free agent right after this year.
Yeah, so 1 year.
Yeah. Next summer is going to be lit.
He's going. Yep, it is.
LA, the Lakers.
Bill Simmons said that on his last
Bill
podcast.
Simmons did say that. He had a wild theory about like how the Lakers are going to be the super team of super teams.
It's like they're going to have Chris Paul, LeBron, Boogie, and somebody else.
I'm gonna tell you right now. If
if
LeBron came to the Lakers, I'm laughing all 82 games, including the playoffs. I'm laughing even if we lose.
It's a wrap.
I think Cousins is going to the Wizards though. In my mind,
I definitely don't. Look, I'm telling you
I
right
would love
now,
to
LA is split between Cousins. I definitely don't want Cousins here.
You know, a lot of people are saying that about him now because he's another one of those dudes who put up numbers, but they don't really show anything.
Yep,
there's no winning.
True.
I don't know. Yeah,
and the headache.
He's an asshole. Put some numbers and you lose.
Like, you can't come to LA and be an asshole. It's too much bullshit you can get into. So we definitely don't want that.
And you don't want him to bring a bunch of losing. Because it's always like something going on. And I love Boogie, but it's always something going on around him. He's feuding with this random sideline reporter. He's feuding with the reporter from the news. He's feuding with, was it Sean Elliott? Was it Sean Elliott he was going after a couple years ago?
After a game in San Antonio, he came to Sean Elliott neck.
Yeah, he's just going at Sean. Exactly. Yeah. It's always something.
Sean Elliott's like one of the nicest guys in the NBA.
right. He even smiled on his player card. It's him grinning like Sean Elliott.
I think it was because it was one of those games, like one of his games where he was playing against Tim Duncan, and Sean Elliott was saying something about how Tim Duncan was giving him buckets or some nonsense like that, and he just took offense to it, which is what Boogie does. He takes offense to everything. Now he's in Sean Elliott's face. So, you know, it's those types of things when you're talking about Boogie. It's like, I don't know if I want him on my team. So I understand why BTG is like, I don't know. And I understand why Lakers Nation as a whole is split on him being there. Dude is talented as hell, but there's always some shit going on with him.
And see, cats like that always get traded to multiple teams throughout their career.
Yeah.
Like, that's just how it goes, man. Rasheed Wallace. Yeah. Rasheed Wallace,
Rondo is going to be on like 7 teams before he retires. And would you imagine that back in 2010?
Matt Barnes.
Nope.
Well, Matt Barnes he's going to be in the NBA forever because nobody wants to get their ass beat for not signing him.
Matt Barnes would make that drive, so.
Clearly, he doesn't have a problem with driving to whoop somebody's ass.
That's the simplest move of all time. You hear me? Of athletes, in the athlete category. Dre, you remember when I wrote a long Facebook piece about that?
I do.
How much was gas back then, would you say, Baylor? Huh? About $1 million a gallon?
Well, he definitely had to use his Ralph Rewards card a few times. But he was getting there, though. I wonder what podcast he was listening to.
Probably the same one that dude listened to that's in lockdown in Kansas City somewhere.
So while we're talking, we can switch lanes. We've talked about the NBA. We have the clown circus of the century on full display right now. Tonight, I watched a grown man throw dollars.
Single dollars.
At another grown man and call him a stripper.
Yes. Wait. And not only call him a stripper, start playing I Love Them Strippers.
I Love Them Strippers was playing in the background while he's throwing dollars at Conor McGregor. This is the most ridiculous fight of all time.
Ali rolling over in his grave, man.
How many rounds does this go? Does it go to 412?
2, 3.
2.
I'm going with 8.
Who said 2?
I'm going with 7.
I said 2.
God, you think Floyd gonna knock that boy out in 2?
I think it's over. I think it's a wrap. Done. He's
Who's
stepping in the
the
ring
last
with Floyd Mayweather. Like that's
Who's the last person Floyd knocked out? Who was the last guy he knocked out?
Victor
like in
Ortiz.
09?
Victor
But,
Ortiz?
you know, that technically wasn't a knockout.
He knocked him out.
He knocked him out.
You better keep your hands up.
Before that, it was Ricky Hatton.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have this thing, right, with McGregor. He called Floyd a boy twice.
Call that grown ass man a boy.
Dance for me, boy.
Dance for me, boy.
Yeah.
And what I've been reading online is that people keep trying to give him a pass, whereas, well, he's not from America. He doesn't really probably know the history behind.
Bullshit. He collect American dollars.
Go ahead.
That's
Go
right.
ahead. So you
Last time I checked, Ireland speak English.
Right. Did you,
Hey, but
I'm
I'm actually one of those guys that gave him a pass though.
why?
That's
I
nice.
get no white person pass. Talk about dance for me, boy. No, bro. No, you don't get no pass on that.
Okay, you gave him a pass for that. But what about the video of him calling the 3 black dudes in the gym in the Rocky movie, calling them dancing monkeys? What about that?
No, I don't give him a pass for that one. You got to take that fade. But look, when he in the heat of it, I thought he was just saying it like, because I literally say racist stuff all the time by myself and in public. Like, good pass, white boy. That's low key racist.
Damn,
you know? No, but I mean, look.
You might get on the shovel. You might get on the shovel.
I'm not a racist. It's just that's how I identify you like that. That white boy can ball, bro. That's racist.
It's not racist.
It's not.
No,
It is. I think it is because I said it once, and as light as my ass is, well, my homie's like, "Yo, dude, that was racist, man." I was like, shut your ass up. He got a flame, man. Let him shoot it. Shit.
White boy can shoot. That white boy with the J.
Yeah. Look, anytime I see a white boy behind the 3-point line, I assume he can knock that down.
Same way they see any brother on the court, they're gonna think he can dunk a basketball. It's the same thing.
It's true.
Got a point.
Because it's true. You've never seen a white boy on the court be like, "Good shot, black boy." They never say that, but we always say
because they get stumped the hell out if they say
okay. But that's my point. I can sit up there and be like, "Yo, this white boy can ball," right in front of him, and he gonna take that as a compliment.
Yeah, because generally we don't expect white boys to be able to ball. That's why they're good. Like you get a white dude come up there and he windmill and you like, shit, this white boy can ball. But
pick him.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, pick him up. I understand what you're saying though. There is a double standard when it comes to things like that. But with that being said,
that's not a double standard.
Fuck Conor McGregor.
Yeah, I don't agree with the double standard. Go ahead.
Other words, just saying both sides are equal as far as weight, as far as the impact on society, and that's just not true.
It's not, and that's the part about it that's different. There is no impact from me saying that white boy can shoot, but there's a definite impact.
So y'all don't remember when Mayweather came out?
Where you going?
In Cinco de Mayo.
Man, Mayweather, but you know, he called it Cinco de Mayweather. Like that's just what he did.
Hey, who ripped up the Puerto Rican flag?
Oh, I don't recall that.
That was who was that?
Couldn't have been that.
No. I'm drawing a blank on his name. It's the old head that can't give up boxing. That just got knocked out recently.
Bernard Hopkins.
And what's his name?
Oh,
Bernard
yeah,
Hopkins,
the executioner.
Beehive. Yeah, didn't he rip up the Puerto Rican flag in Puerto Rico?
You know, Bernard.
That's a terrible decision.
He's been in prison.
He ain't gonna make it out alive.
Yeah, I was surprised he made it out of Puerto Rico alive if he did that in Puerto Rico.
For real.
But we're talking about this Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather fight.
Yeah.
Floyd is called cocky and arrogant.
Mm-hmm.
But for some odd reason, McGregor is called fun and exuberant,
Outspoken.
shit like that. He's
You know, I
outspoken.
just had a guy on Twitter, white guy on Twitter, who asked me who was going to win the fight.
He just said
And
white guy. Yeah.
I have to because it's context. it's context.
All about context, people.
But it was and a friend of mine too. But he's a white guy, and he was like, "Who you think gonna win the fight?" And I was like, "Well, Floyd, easily."
I know who you.
And he
I know
was
you're
like,
talking
"Yeah,
about too.
but
I know
I
you're
want."
talking about.
Yeah, he was like, "Yeah, but I want Conor to win." He's like, "I want Conor to knock him out because I want to see Floyd's ego get checked." And I was like, "Floyd's ego?
Exactly.
What are you talking about?
That's what I
Floyd's
was
ego?"
saying. I wanted to.
I'm like,
say,
"What about
Yeah.
McGregor's
Hey,
ego? What are you
hey,
talking about? This dude showed up half naked, bro, in a
Yeah,
fur coat."
I feel like they're trying to make Mayweather be the good guy in this fight.
I don't think
Yeah.
they're trying to do anything because
Yeah.
McGregor is an asshole. He's doing it all by himself.
You're right.
Yeah, he's
doing
worse.
it on his
He's
own, and they
worse
love
than
it.
Mayweather. He's worse than Mayweather right
Way
now.
He
worse.
is.
He's way worse.
Way worse.
worse.
He's making a fool out of himself. Like tonight, he made a fool out of himself. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Absolutely.
He made a fool. So
When
I mean,
he said I'm sorry, bro. I didn't mean to cut you. But
no.
when he said, "Yo, man," he was like, "All the people saying I'm racist. That's bullshit." He was like, "I'm half black from the waist down." Like, what?
Like he didn't have to, like, yo, big. He didn't have to say nothing else after that. I was sitting in my living room. I was like, "Oh, bro, that's racist." Like,
right.
like the way
That's
that
even
you
worse than what you said.
That's you. Not only did you double down the last two press conferences, dog, you tripling down now. And then after that, he tried to say that I forgot exactly the words. I'm kind of paraphrasing, but he was like, "Oh, basically all the black bitches up in here. I'm available if y'all want it." Like,
Oh yeah, he started thrusting.
So now you're sexualizing all black women, bro.
Now, hey, you know what? Okay, with that said, like I said, if I was to talk to him in the hotel room, I'd be like, "Yo, the dance boy, like I'm gonna let you slide on that one because I know you're trying to get under his skin, but all that other shit they gonna get you, and I can't help you."
Hey, I don't even know like what's going on through it. He didn't say all the black bitches, did he?
No, he didn't say
said
black
bitches.
Okay,
But he said black women.
Okay.
He said, "All my beautiful black women out there, this one's for you." And he starts thrusting his hips and shit. Like he tried, it was ridiculous, man. It was just like you said, he doubled down on it, bro, and it looked even dumber.
But why does he get to be exuberant and outspoken? Why does Floyd? It's the same thing with LeVar.
Why?
No, I want to talk about it. I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
I want to know why does LeVar Ball get? He's insane. Why is Floyd Mayweather cocky? Why are white dudes lovable? Like, look at he's lovable. Look at this guy.
Yeah, but I think he's a
That
bad.
melanin,
I
bruh,
think
that
he's
melanin.
a bad example though, because I think honestly, even white folks are starting to look at him a little sideways.
You think so?
Folks
I don't
love
know,
it.
man. They
A
love
little
him.
bit,
No,
a
they're not.
little bit,
Just
a little
listen.
bit.
Love it.
I've been checking this shit every
Vis-a-vis
day.
Mayweather, they loving it.
Loving it.
If you go on Twitter, you can put in Floyd and any derogatory black name that go along with us, you're gonna find. I mean, the search. If just go to the latest part of the search bar, it is filled with all these white folks. Like, I can't wait for Conor to kill this nigga. I cannot wait for him to knock his ego out. Like, they all in unison. They've been waiting on this.
Waiting on this, man. Since
I'm gonna go a step
Jack
further than
Johnson. Like, it doesn't matter how happy you are, dog. Like,
Jack Johnson.
since Jack Johnson to Ali to Ty, like, you just run down the line, man. Like if you are cocky and outspoken, I don't care what sport it is.
Yeah.
And then you
Like,
black.
he got the Trump game.
White people do it.
Yeah.
White people
Like
do it. You rob Gronkowski. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
you
I
get
couldn't
the cover of
imagine.
Man.
I could not imagine if Rob Gronkowski was a black dude. He'd be in jail.
Oh,
yeah. He be in prison.
Absolutely.
He'd be Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah.
He's everywhere.
But I mean, honestly, I think Conor is like a gimmick, though. Like, to me, Conor is like a gimmick to me. Like, I think he's acting right now. Like, it's so unbelievable. That's why I really haven't been taking him serious. I'm looking at him and I'm chuckling like, man, this guy's a goddamn fool. Like, come on, like, you really acting. Like, I feel like he rehearsed some of these lines.
I'm
I
sure
can say
he
one
did.
thing. They are selling the shit out of this fight.
Oh, they're
amazing job. Amazing.
Every press conference that they've had, they keep saying that, like, Showtime Showtime is having trouble with like this, their servers keeping up with how many people are logging on to YouTube to watch the live stream of it, because they can't put it on Fox Sports Net because they know these two motherfuckers gonna curse their ass off.
Right.
They have to put it on YouTube. They have to simulcast it on YouTube and Showtime.
You know what's selling this thing most though, Devin? And this boxing in general, because I was holding a conversation with my wife earlier, and I was like, yeah, boxing is just built on racism. And she's like, really? I'm like,
it is.
Yes.
It's all
the biggest thing about this is the fact that Conor McGregor is white, Floyd Mayweather is the cocky black dude, and white people want the white dude to beat the shit out of the black dude. That's the only thing that's selling this fight. There is nothing entertaining about this fight. Floyd Mayweather is going to beat the shit out of him for however many rounds he feels like beating the shit out of him.
And that's the perfect thing about this match is that what you just said. Everybody that don't like I'm not a Mayweather fan, but I respect it now. But I want him to win now.
I really want him to beat the shit out of him.
And now I'm gonna compliment what Dre and Baylor said with this. The same way the racists are using McGregor as like a statue or something to down black people and to down Mayweather. It was the same way with the Patriots. It was the same way with Tom Brady. Belichick was just caught the other day with a T-shirt on, cut off, that had a military soldier shooting a Muslim dude. A T-shirt wearing that said "Life is good."
Put that picture in the thread right now.
Yeah, I need that.
It's the same thing.
I need that. I can't stand the Patriots.
Oh, I hate the Patriots.
I did not know that. But I don't like the Patriots either.
Fellas, a side note real quick. Can we talk about how popping this thread is though? Real quick?
I'll talk about the thread on like every podcast.
If a regular pedestrian came across that thread, they were like, yo, do these niggas even get along?
Yo, serious. Yeah, word up.
I literally be arguing with Dev and be laughing like, yo, this cat is crazy.
Devin was them advanced metrics.
My girl was like, it don't seem like you get along with any of those guys. I said, go mind your damn business. Just let me do me.
Like that's because she looking at that like they argue. Like men argue all the time about sports, and then afterwards, it's like whatever.
Yeah, it's nothing. Yeah, it's nothing.
Hey, because we agree to argue. If we don't argue, then we probably don't get along.
Yeah, it ain't like how I do.
Right.
It ain't like how I
That's a true statement I heard all day, man.
All right, so look here. So who in the thread has been in the most heated arguments or debates, whatever?
Devin.
Right? Okay. All right. Just checking.
Devin has to be in the thread. If Devin's not in the thread, I don't want to be in it. I don't.
Yo, where's blue collar, man? Where's blue collar at?
I sent his ass on home. That's where he at. Okay. He at West Covina right now.
You don't even say nothing in the thread anymore.
Hey, because you know
he
what
had to have muted all of
it. It's a gang of cats fighting, and he not trying to get messed up. He not trying to get hit.
He don't want it. He don't want it. After the credentials, he don't want it no more.
The credentials.
Like, man, all that's good. You ain't doing shit but talking like the rest of us, cool?
Right.
Chill.
Oh, man, he gonna hear this podcast now and be like, damn, they guys really don't like
one
you.
day I want to say, Chris, we got a verified check on there.
Hey, do you know how boring? Do you know how boring it would be if that thread was full of Laker fans? Like,
just everybody
take me off, bro.
The only thing that we'll be arguing about is who should start.
Yeah. At the end of every podcast, I talk about the thread.
Yeah, I hear
about how dope it is, and everybody is from somewhere different.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, me, Chris, Dave, we, and you know, Devin and Chris, we from Chicago, but it's like we got people from the West Coast, people down south, people East Coast, and that's what makes it beautiful, is because all we do is argue about the shit that, you know, it's biases that we have inbred in us because of where we from. So we argue about this shit, and it's love.
And you gotta follow the thread, because if you just pop in and you see Chris say who's too short, you're gonna be like, oh, hey, hey, I seen that, and the person that I thought of was like, that gotta be a troll.
Yo, when he said it, I was like, oh, let me help my man out. Yeah, he did blow the whistle, right? You remember that song? You know that one?
Y'all don't know.
Like,
y'all don't know how many text messages I have saying stuff to Chris. He's like, I don't know who that is, and I'm just like, dude, what the fuck?
Yo,
Like,
that was
What was
legitimately
that one dude?
funny. Man.
Mitch something.
Mitch Richmond. He didn't know who Mitch Richmond was.
What?
Oh, yeah,
I'm not mad at him for that.
That's okay.
That's not okay.
That's not okay.
I heard that on the podcast, and I hit him up on Twitter like, "Yep, Mitch Richmond, huh?"
Wait, that was on mine. I think that was a crossover segment. I think I had.
Brian, like you don't know who from Golden State. Chris Mullin, Tim Hardaway, Mitch Richmond. Come on,
TMC.
This was
Chris know his stuff though, so
yeah,
he knows his stuff.
Chris definitely know what he be talking about.
Yeah,
and
man,
like I said, a lot of times you got to get your credentials. Got it. A lot of times he just be trolling, but this was dope, y'all.
What is a credential?
Like I said, one of my favorite follows on Twitter. Promise you.
Appreciate it,
Hey,
man.
hold on, I'm looking at Twitter now and I see this post about Sammy Sosa. What the fuck is this?
Hey,
Oh, you ain't seen
man.
Sammy? Oh, Lord.
I see like last year. It's like twice as worse.
Sammy Pinkman.
Sammy, bro. Take a good look.
You like a piece of salmon, man.
Nah, did y'all see that picture? They say this motherfucker is living out his life as a bowl of Neapolitan ice cream.
Hey, someone said he looked like the milk from the Pebbles, the Fruity Pebbles milk.
Oh man.
Yo, Sammy need to come on home, boy. That dude darker than me.
Man.
Come on home, Sammy.
Come on, Sam.
This was fun,
What you
fellas.
doing?
This was fun. As always, y'all make my Twitter experience great every day, all day. So, Ball, give everybody y'all contact info. Let everybody know where they can find you.
Ballsports.com, Stitcher.com. We're on iTunes. We're on every single platform you can think of where you can listen to a podcast. We do two of them. We do one called Ball. We do one called Ball on Bulls, which is strictly dedicated to the Bulls NBA talk. We'd love to have you fellas on both of them. That's Dev. I said on last show, we coming for you next. The next one on the show, bro.
What?
Love to have you on the show, bro.
Oh, I thought you was trying to slander my name. I was about to say,
Look, Dev is ready. Look at that.
Yo, that's the Chicago. That's all that is.
Hey, Dev's so ready. Dev about to go straight to Twitter right now.
I'm gonna look at your free throw percentage from high school.
bro, Baylor, I swear to God, I have my hands up. Like with that emoji that me and you always put up,
Follow us on Twitter at Ball Sports. Yes.
My bad, Beard. My bad.
Just let the people know where they can find you, man.
Yeah, man. Justin Above the Rim podcast. You can find me on Twitter at JustBlaze_513. That's JUSBLAZE_513. And fellas, each one of you need to be on Above the Rim as well. Next one coming up, I got a Lakers episode with Baylor and Chet coming up next. So I need to let them get their rocks off because them two, gotta get your rocks off.
No, you
don't worry.
No, you don't.
I know, right? They get enough, right? They get enough.
BTG.
Oh shit.
Let the people know where they can find you.
Baylor the Great on all social media platforms. You can find me on everybody else podcast, literally. Yeah, I'm a podcast slut. I do have my I do have my own podcast, Baylor's Thoughts on the Why Not podcast. So I drop mixtapes, not a full podcast. And you can also find me on Twitter arguing with Dad over numbers.
Yeah. Lonzo on TV right now talking about how he loved LeBron. How about that? Oh shit.
They both trying to get that boy to LA. It's all right. Yeah. Devin, let the people know where they can find you at.
Yeah. Any slander that you find on Twitter, I'm not too far from behind it. anything that got something to do with calling Jason Whitlock, excuse me, a Coonlock, I'm right there. I think Kristen Leahy blocked me. I'm trying to go on her page.
I'm so tired of that bitch.
I think she definitely blocked me because before her show kicked off today, I said, "Hey, just a friendly reminder," and I posted a picture of LeVar Ball on Chamberlain's head, and the picture say "Stay in your lane."
Oh Lord!
I'm a part of the According to Sources podcast, According to Sources team. My Twitter feed is Mr. High Yellow. I'm working with them to get it changed. However, they probably won't. But yeah.
Good luck with that. Sir.
Wait a minute. I got something to say to you, Baylor, before we leave. And I want everybody to be here to hit us. You sent me a message. I think you was getting out your car. You so ignorant. You so trifling. You sent me a voice message saying that if I think that LeBron is better than Kobe,
oh no,
then that must mean no. I got the time. No,
we only had like a couple minutes left on the podcast, man.
Listen to me. He said that if I think that LeBron is better than Kobe, then Magic must be better than Mike. Is you drunk?
Look,
is you crazy?
Devin.
I explained it when I explained.
I heard what you said.
Everybody, everybody else. Hey, everybody else, you can find them somewhere in between chemistry class, the butterfly effect, and the Matrix. Okay,
we will have you both on the podcast and let y'all argue this out for 30 minutes. I told you I'm throwing up the heavyweight.
It's 3 rounds, ain't it?
Yeah, 3 rounds. 3 rounds. I'm throwing it up. We're gonna have that. I'm gonna put that together for y'all next podcast.
I'm coming for your ass.
Tell the people where they can find you.
Don't at me, bro.
Come at me, bro.
Chris got a different at every week. What's your at this week, Chris?
Oh man, it's been the same for a couple months. It's 2 underscores Christian, no I at the end. Blame my mom, man.
This has been the According to Sources podcast. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it because I did. Fellas, I know this was a difficult one to put together with so many of us together, but it was still.
Nigga say Golden Rice wasn't good on the Lakers.
Devin is still going off right now. We're gonna put together that podcast and let Devin and Baylor go at it. You know where to find us, according to sources at gmail.com. If you want to send slander to Devin, A2S on Twitter, according to sources on Facebook, according to sources on every podcasting media platform you can find. So you guys, like I said, send that slander to Devin. Memphis, if you have slander, that is going towards Ball. I don't know who
3-6 Mafia.
I don't know who BTG slandered, but I'm sure he slandered somebody. I think it was Philadelphia. Y'all can send y'all slander to BTG. Leave me out of it. This has been the According to Sources podcast. I'm Andre Williams. We out. Peace.
Jason Whitlock, you suck at life.
Showtime.